Uh, hey there, everyone. This is the Kelly Berger podcast. I'm the Kelly Berger that makes this possible. Otherwise, this would be nothing right now. And today we are on episode number 20. And today I have a guest who I know is familiar with 20, or at least the 420 part of it. It's local Minneapolis comedian Aidan McCluskey and surprise guest Trey Charles.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us on, dude.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Aidan.
Yeah, this was fun. We've been
It's
setting
nice.
this up for a minute now.
Yeah, it's nice seeing you and Charles again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aidan Charles. Can't have one without the other.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see you here, Charles. You're the special roommate surprise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I said you live in my townhome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had to have him on. He's knocking a little bit off my rent.
I'm not, but I threatened to kick him out.
Yep, and it's nice seeing you. It was nice seeing you like last Friday at Jameson's. Like I'm finally able to start hitting some open mics again.
Oh yeah, Jameson's is a historic building, I'd say.
I love Jameson's.
Yep.
Honestly, it's one of my favorite bikes in the city.
Yeah, it was a good place to try some of my edgier stuff.
Oh yeah.
What do you
were you
working
there?
on?
Did you watch my set last Friday?
I think I came in while you were up. So I watched some of it. I know you talked about being autistic in Texas.
Yep.
You got some jokes about being in Texas?
Yep, and also a couple of jokes. Couple of jokes about being on Kill Tony and my set with that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Were you on with Danny Brown?
Yep, Danny Brown and JPEG.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a good lineup.
Yep, two rappers who I didn't know who they were at the time.
Dude, you got to listen to "Scaring the Hose."
Oh.
Have you listened? Because that's the album that they went on there to like promote. That's why they were on there together. Oh, but it's a good album.
Yeah. Well, I've made them both laugh. Well,
that's good. You'll appreciate the album even more. You'll listen to it. You'll be like, man, I made these guys laugh.
Yep. And you'll also learn something from that album too.
Learn just how to scare the hose better.
Yeah. Yep. Never get to that.
Leslie, can you guys still hear me if my head's positioned over here?
Oh, yeah. We hear you.
Yeah.
I was leaning too close to the camera, so I felt kind of creepy, doing like a boomer thing.
We're kind of leaned in right now.
Yeah. We do look like, because the corner of the room, it looks like we are like in two separate rooms, but we just merged the camera.
Yeah. Here we are.
I like how you guys like match the corners. Like with we all have like a painting behind us.
Yeah.
It seems like it's appropriate with our personalities. Like I got Robin Williams behind him. Trey has a bridge, and
I got Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
Hope that's not foreshadowing something.
Damn, dude, I'm glad you're back in Minnesota.
Me too. I honestly feel I feel it. When you got back in Minnesota, it I felt a shift, like a paradigm shift. You know.
And also it does. I did have a good time in Austin. It's always good to have like that cross scene pollination where you take experience from one scene, go to a different scene.
Yeah. The last time I saw you, I didn't even know you were moving back. I thought I was going to move you in Austin, and then you told me you were staying, and then the next thing I knew, I saw you at Terminal or some bar. What show?
Yeah, that was back at Jameson's.
Jameson's, that's right. Yeah.
That's your hub. That's the lab.
Yep. And yeah, I'll tell the full story about like the situation when Aidan came back. Like at the start of this year, I was working for a moving company, and then he shut down. Yeah, because there was I best guess is embezzlement at the top. Like the owner wasn't very good with the keeping up on the rent and the warehouse. So me and like a couple other movers just got completely laid off.
Just no warning at all. They just laid you off.
Yep. They just said like at the end of this month we're done, and then they kept going for 2 other months because we had to clear the warehouse and organize like a sale, so we got paid for that.
Mhm.
Well, that's good. Had some more time to get ready.
And then when I had met you, you said that you picked up another moving job. You were at another moving job.
Yes, I got hired for another moving job, but then I got fired from that one on the first day.
Boss.
Damn.
What'd you
Yeah.
do?
What? Yeah. How'd you fuck up? Did you drop something or bust something?
Well, my running theory is like that company was run by white people who followed the books.
Oh.
Fucking hate white people.
I
Dude.
fucking yeah.
I can't. I wish every single one of them was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that moving job was
Three
the
quarters.
previous one that taught me a lot. Like it was just going from different house to house, just learn like, oh, we have to pick up this couch and get this out here somehow.
Yeah. So, what do you mean exactly when you say they were white people by the book? Did you steal something, or I don't know? I don't want you to get in trouble or nothing on the podcast.
Well, no, it was the previous moving company was just a low level. I was pretty much like the only white guy working at that company.
Mm.
Oh, and also my supervisor was white. That's I don't know if that's important to clarify, but it's good for accuracy.
I think it is important. What I think is you got fired because that supervisor only wanted black people working underneath them.
Yeah, and that's fucked up.
That is fucked up, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good physical job, and it was. Now I'm working another physical job, which helps with my writing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what do you do
It's
now?
just like when I'm my physical. That's usually when I write the best. Like when I'm buys emotion, it helps me get writing done. Like I've never been like the one type of guy who just sits down and writes all his stuff at the desk. I just have my little notepad on me.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't see the design. It got worn out. It was
What
like
is
from a
it?
sticker shop in Texas. I got it had like a baby on it,
Oh, gotcha.
but you can still see the person on the back of it.
Nice. Nice.
What is that? Betty Rage?
Betty Page.
Page?
Damn close.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Is she a porno star or who's she?
Yeah, she was an early pinup model, which was
Nice.
porno back in the day. She was very popular on early Playboy.
Oh, nice.
What's her name?
Betty
Well,
Page. Are you looking it up right now, Hayden?
Let's see. Yeah.
This motherfucker gonna be beating off all night.
Yep. The
Yeah,
Betty
you'll get
Page.
the good shots if you type in backside.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
Off.
turn that safe search off.
We need the save search off. Betty Page boobs. Look at them
Awesome.
things.
Those are nice.
Yeah. Are you gonna be able to blur this?
Look
If
at
I show
this.
you
Oh, you're sending me the pictures?
of Betty Page's boobs.
I just got a question mark.
Full bush. Yeah, turn that safe search off.
No, I'm saying if I show you like her boobs on camera, is that okay?
I don't know. This show isn't monetized.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Nice.
yeah. So that's who you got on the back of your notebook.
Yep.
Was she the woman that you'd see on like in World War II? Those guys would carry her around with them.
I think she was
Yeah.
on a little after World War II.
Ah, gotcha.
I know she has like a sweet Southern accent, and she's a good Christian woman.
Really?
Dumping them like that. That's a good Christian lady.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, no, it's a southern accent with her tits out. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got both of those stickers at like a local. Oh wait, it was at that weird horror themed shop in Austin on 6th Street.
Oh, I went in there to buy a pipe, to buy a one hitter when I was down there when you were there.
Yep, was it horror themed pipe?
Oh, just one of those little like cigarette one hitters.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
saying horror or horror?
Horror. Well, I think the way you use it can match either theme, just like horror or horror. Just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Chinese, where if you say one thing, it's like fuck you, and another
Mm.
one, it's like groceries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Aiden, how did you enjoy your time down in Austin? What was your impression of that scene?
I thought it was decent. Uh, I like Minneapolis though,
Yep.
just as a home. But I thought Austin was decent. Everybody down there was pretty nice. There's a lot more comics.
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that something?
it is a comedy hub where there's like every mic there's at least 50 comics,
Yeah,
especially
no,
right on 6th Street.
right.
Sounds like a struggle.
Yeah,
Sounds like some bullshit. I'd be pissed.
yeah. It kind of sounds like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Would
yeah,
you say
and
the new New York?
I'm New York is the one I'm trying to get on next.
Oh, you're going to New York next
Yeah, that's the next scene I want to visit, check it out.
to move?
No, to visit, then go back.
Yeah.
Because I know LA and New York are right now like the scenes to visit and experience. And I guess Austin would be in that category too.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are going down to Austin. They're
I think more people are going to Austin than New York or LA
yeah.
Yep.
right now. I think people that are in New York and LA are moving to Austin.
Couple people we know.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So
Are you talking to Clarius Pork?
the Aquarius pork thing. Yeah.
Hilarious Orb.
No, Declarius Pork. He just moved down to Austin.
I have no idea who that is.
It's a big scene. You probably have it. You can pull up a photo of him if you want.
He's fucking calling me right now.
Is that a real guy?
Have you seen that meme?
No, I have not. I've been trying to keep off the internet and news for a couple of days, but failing miserably at it.
Yeah. I can't stay off my phone. I would say I'm addicted to using my phone.
Yeah, me too.
I'm addicted to Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, any of the thing that's just like I don't even need to look up anything. It's just scroll up and here's something that will keep your mind busy infinitely. I waste a lot of time doing that.
Yeah, I'm addicted to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Date off to Twitter. I heard that's a bad one.
Oh, you're not on Twitter yet?
Oh, I am on Twitter. I just don't use it very much.
I would say it's kind of like smoking cigarettes. If you're this far along, don't start.
Right.
It's not worth it. I get mad. I go on there and I get pissed.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. It's mostly a rage bait.
Yeah. Do you mind if we smoke pot?
Not at all. It's legal in Minnesota, right? Isn't it?
We could as long as we make sure that it Kale don't smell when you get home.
Does he get mad? He don't like that?
He just doesn't. It's a thing where it's like he can't smoke. It's like
Yeah.
just it's money spreading in a man's face.
Yeah. Do you smoke, Kelly, or have you since you did my podcast?
I don't do it very often. I'm also I
You
do it
did
very lightly, and I'm also taking alcohol completely off my diet.
Really? What prompted that?
Well, it's just I just never got into it.
Oh, you're just done. You
Yeah.
never really liked it to begin with. You can use my weed too. Well, that's fair. I think that's no alcohol is the healthiest consumption rate of alcohol.
Yep.
Just
But
having
the downside is it makes it harder for me to socialize.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. For the first few months after I stopped drinking, that was hard too, to get used to being, like in a social situation and you're fully sober.
Yeah, I'm also trying to, but then once I stopped, I got way more writing done, and it started to get a little bit sharper on stage whenever I can get on stage these days.
Yeah. So how many mics a week do you hit?
Well, it's been cut very shortly now because I'm trying to set up some stuff up here, but it's just procrastinating on the networking part. But I have been able to go down to Minneapolis couple weekends every now and then. And also there's an open mic up in Little Falls, but it's a variety. It's a variety mic at an art center.
You have an
So I
open
have
mic?
to call, like, musicians. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm saying you have an open mic near you then?
Yeah, it's a variety open mic. It's at an art center, so there's people playing music, reading poetry.
I
I was the only
see.
guy doing comedy at it.
How is that, Mike?
It was pretty good. That gave me 15 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
How
but it
many
has to be
people
clean.
perform?
Oh,
So it gives me a chance to stretch out like the clean material muscle.
Right. Yes. How many people are like perform there?
Last time I was there was like 5 people.
Oh, really? How big is Little Canada? Or I'm sorry, Little Falls. Every time I say where you're from, I say Little
Yeah.
Canada.
It's small. Like the population right now is like around 9,000.
Oh, that's bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it's not like a small town. It's more like medium size.
Yeah. What's like the closest bigger place to you?
Well, it's smack in between like St. Cloud and Brainerd's.
Oh, okay. So do you go to the Keller?
Every now and then, but I haven't been able lately because of my work schedule.
Have you heard what's going on with that?
Something's going on with the Keller?
Well, in St. Cloud. Well, DC Famous presents. Are you familiar with DC Slim?
DC Slim? No.
you should hit him up.
Matt Doima?
Oh, that's his nickname? Doima?
No, Matt Doima
Yep, I know Matt Doima.
runs the Keller. DC Slim is trying to take the Keller from Matt Doima, or was.
Oh, there's some St. Cloud turf war.
There is a bit of that. He is native to St. Cloud, so he knows more about the beef than I do.
All right.
He's actually starting a comedy collective. TC Famous presents.
I am. Yes, I am. TC Famous Presents is DC Famous Presents gets outside the metro. All the metro is mine, and he can't have any of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I'll show you a picture of DC. I'll see if you know. I don't think his real name is not DC Slim. That's what he goes by.
All right.
I would say his real name, but I'm scared of him, so I won't.
All right. Oh, he's a decent looking guy.
He ain't bad looking, dude. Yeah.
He reminds. Have you been to the mic in Rochester, the open mic down there?
Oh yeah, Jeff Larson has the dementia.
Yeah, but I remember there was this other guy that used to run an open mic down in Rochester.
Yeah.
He had this thick Boston or New Yorkish accent.
Are you talking Charlie Barbera?
Yes.
He died.
Really?
He died like 2 years ago or a year ago in a motorcycle accident. That fucker used to shaft me out of money all the time. And then God caught up to him. He's dead now.
No, I don't think you're getting that money now.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
He's
took it
dead
from
now.
his corpse?
Yeah, people, I remember him. He died in a motorcycle wreck, left 3 kids behind.
Yeah. Every single one of which Aidan DM'd relentlessly until he got his money.
I got my bread.
Oh, I remember doing the open mic down there in Rochester, and then after he was done, I saw him like smacking on a black girl just relentlessly.
Cheating on his wife?
He has a wife, yeah, or had a wife, I guess.
Was she?
No. So he was cheating on his wife then.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 2021, right before I left for Texas.
Yeah, that was when he started coming around again. And then he just like disappeared. I knew him in 2018 when I first started doing comedy. And then I started seeing him again. And then he died in a motorcycle accident.
Yep. Yeah, he was one of those guys. he was like one of those lines in the long line of people who started doing comedy who acted like they knew everything about comedy right off the bat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's dead now, though.
Yeah.
That is motherfucker.
Yeah, he died in a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, damn.
I bet I could find the article of it. Charles. He's got your name.
Yeah, Charles.
Ooh.
Charles is a pretty common name.
Yep.
Let's see. He was active in property management clubs on Facebook.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So active that that's the top thing that pops up.
Mm-hmm. Hosts. Let's see. I did this show with him. This was the last show I did with him. Do you remember the Wolf Dogs?
The Wolf Dogs. No, I don't remember the Wolf Dogs. What was that?
Jake Peterson and Justin Paulson. They were from Iowa. You never met them before?
No, I haven't.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Also, you did ask me not to disparage any people's names. I've said their first and last names and where they
Oh,
live.
one of them was dead, so I don't will get any recap for that one.
Dude, if one of his kids watches your podcast, man, they go, I can't believe my dad cheated on my mom.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they probably knew.
They were pretty little. I think they still are. But I do remember him. He was a funny character for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of remind like once you start doing comedy, like you're like before that, sort of like a plain book and like you read an English class, but like on the prairie. And then when you start doing comedy, you just your life just turns into like a comic book. You meet all these weird characters who you could put in like a storybook.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't meet them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are people to watch. There are people you don't want to be with.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of I met a lot of people that it's most people I meet in the comedy scene do not have a positive impact on my life.
No. I would say my circle of friends is pretty small in comedy, but there's a good chunk of comedians who start that you're just like, man, I wish it would have been, my life would have been better if I didn't have to talk to you.
Yeah, it's,
you know.
Yep, it's sort of like when you go into like a creative field, you have to learn like the different. So you deal with people who you see in person. You see how they present themselves, like on airline, on like the internet, and like in commercials, and you're just like, those two guys don't match up.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all like a put on or a front, and just outright the mentally ill people. Some of them can be funny for a little while, but then it gets taxing.
Yeah,
Charlie was one of those guys. God rest his soul, but he was one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish I didn't know you.
Yeah, and there's a chock full of them down in Austin right now.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, well, like Austin's like a major hub. It's like a magnet for people going into comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there are a couple people that I bet the mentally ill that go to Austin and they're like that they picture themselves as the three wise men going to see Jesus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Going to do Kill Tony.
Yeah. Going to do Kill Tony and meet Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
They ascend.
Yeah, like remember when you went to the line for Kill Tony Aidan? You saw like 200 people sign up, and I would say like maybe like 20 to 50 of them were actual comedians.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that something, would you go every week? Do that many people go every week then?
Yeah, some people go every week. I went every week that I could. I worked various odd jobs. I had to work different hours sometimes.
Yeah. When I came down, you were in between jobs, weren't you?
Yeah, I just got laid off from the moving company. And
did you ever end up getting your car back?
No, I didn't, but I just got a new one a couple weeks ago.
What happened to it then?
It either got repossessed or stolen.
Damn, dude, I would go to the ends of the earth to figure that out. To be honest with you, if I wouldn't sleep easy.
Dude,
If my car were gone.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Oh yeah,
Just until I don't even know if I would like really.
I don't think I would sleep.
sleep.
I wouldn't feel good.
Yeah.
That'd be on top of my list for a long time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like I wouldn't have my next meal until
No, I would be tirelessly looking for my vehicle. If I walked outside and I said, "Oh my God, my car is gone," I would call off work. I would not sleep. I would.
Yeah.
But honestly, good on you for rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
Because that would fuck me up.
keeping it moving, dude.
Yeah.
That's straight up hustler shit.
Yeah. Well, I got a new one now, thanks to the job I'm working at for the past couple months.
That's good.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm happy to hear that.
What kind of car do you got?
It's right now it's a Mercury something.
A Sabre?
LeSabre. Yeah, I think that's what the brand is.
That's those are good cars.
That's a comfortable car.
Yeah. He
Yep.
drives the town car, Charles.
Charles, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I love my town car, dude. I love a big, spacious car.
Yeah, I bought it with my parents, and the previous owners, my parents got along with them since they matched politics.
Ah, Republican?
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah. Hardcore left leaning. The Antifa.
Are they Project 2025?
Yeah.
I will say this, like, it is kind of nice. Well, the past couple months has been weird. Like in the past couple of, like almost like I've been in the cities, and now I'm back out in the boondocks. And people, when I came back to my hometown, I was surprised like how more political people are in small towns now.
Dude, they opened your bag of wind.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, there's your bag of wind right there, dude. You're right. But hey, even the Odyssey had an end of it.
Yeah. But man, it's. Oh yeah, I wanted to go back to Aidan talking about people who are mentally ill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good transition to talk about your time working in that group home.
Oh yeah. I kind of can't.
Yeah.
I get in trouble if I did. I can. I don't know. What are you wondering?
I wonder if you had like any stories of like, or did you have to sign like an NDA about?
Well, we just can't like violate HIPAA.
Yeah, we can't be breaking HIPAA laws, man.
All right.
Yeah, I wish I could. Those are some of the
It'd be
funniest
awesome.
things I've ever experienced. But like,
Especially if we're talking about them in a sense of just like they're completely normal people, the things that they do.
yeah,
The person just like me and you,
yeah.
but can't talk about it.
I
It's kind of
wish
the
I
worst
could.
job to have for comedy.
It really is because it's all of the comedic gold that you can imagine, but you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
What's the worst job you've ever had? Because the group home was mine, for sure.
Let's see. Well, I think my first job that I worked was pretty rough. I didn't last too long at that one. I worked there like for a week in high school, and I got fired.
Which job was that?
That was my first job. It was like a telemarketing company where I had to call up random people in the deep south to collect money for Democrats.
Really? That was your first job in Little Falls? Or where was that?
Yeah, that was like in 2005.
Wait, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 30. I just turned 37.
Oh, no way. Dude,
Yeah.
I always thought you were like a couple years older than me.
What did you say, 30 or 27?
37.
Oh, damn.
I thought you were like 27, man.
I
Yeah,
know,
to
I
be-
get that a lot. People always get my age wrong, and that's
Well,
because I don't drink alcohol or smoke much.
well, I think it's because like you got like a boyish charm, and you're very youthful looking.
You have a very youthful look about you.
Yeah.
Where the first time I met you, I was like 28 at most.
Yeah, I'm a young-looking guy.
Oh yeah, that'd probably get a child molester in trouble. You know, that is one thing that we like to joke about a lot. Is just get molesting a buddy, freaking molesting your friend.
Molesting a buddy is.
Wait, what was that? Did you just say molest a buddy?
Yeah, threatening to molest your friend is one of the funnier things that I don't know why that's so funny to me lately, but it has been.
Yeah, worked in Deadpool.
Does
Like, Ryan Reynolds plays that like bisexually.
what's it?
I just watched Deadpool the other night.
The new one.
Yep.
Was it good?
Oh yeah, it was good. I had fun. I watched it at my local theater. It was $9 to go see it.
That's a good
That's
deal.
actually not bad. I went to the movie with I was at work the other day, and I think for the both of us, like each ticket was like $14.
Damn. Was that sort of like the AMC or the Regal?
AMC, Roseville, AMC.
Yeah, with those major theater brands, you're just paying for like the experience of going to see the movie, like seeing those like big seats where they recline and those fancy dinner options.
They did have a bar. I was kind of shocked by that. They had a bar there. But we saw Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Ooh, how was that one?
To be honest, man, I thought it was kind of a piece of shit, but I knew you know exactly what you're getting into when you go to a movie like that.
Yep.
You know? Like, have you seen any of the Bad Boys movies?
No, I haven't. But there was a local guy in my small town who claimed he was a friend with Martin Lawrence.
Really?
Yeah?
Black dude?
I don't know. The guy was some local drunk, so it might have been bullshitting.
Yeah.
Crazy face like that.
I was just curious.
Yeah, he was
That's
this
good.
local guy. He was very drunk. He had a very Midwestern accent, and you couldn't believe him. He would be friends with any black guy.
So
But
he wasn't black.
He wasn't black, but he's friends with Martin Lawrence.
No, he was a very white guy, and he told that story to us when we were kids, and we believed him because kids will believe anything.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
How long did you? Oh, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, I hope he didn't molest any of y'all off of that lie.
Yeah, that's probably his intro line to get women, saying like, "Hey, I may not have a big dick, but I have a friend who does one."
Yeah.
And it's Martin Lawrence,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's by the way.
Yeah.
Molested Martin Lawrence.
I like how this podcast is making you guys more and more relaxed. You're just easing into it, and
This
you're
is
starting
good.
to wave your bellies up.
I didn't even know that happened. I'm just so fucking relaxed.
Yeah, no, dude, you sink into this couch. Is my belly showing?
Yeah, I see it. I can.
He's got the tummy hanging out. I don't have my stomach hanging out, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. You guys are gaslighting me.
Yeah, this is starting like becoming like the episode I did with Max and James Stanley.
Oh yeah,
Oh, what
was
those two
that?
racists said.
Oh, that was nothing. It was just usually when I first did this podcast, I had like a whole bullet points list of stuff that I was trying to talk about because this is sort of like still my podcast training wheels.
I
That was-
see.
But yeah, it was more fun like getting back off script and just having fun with it. And one of like main criticisms of this podcast was like I don't give people a chance to riff.
I feel like we've riffed quite a bit.
I know I'm getting better at this because I evolve as a person.
Yeah.
and as an ally.
Yes, that's more importantly.
Oh yeah, dude, this is straight up been a good time.
I would recommend this. I got a shower. I haven't showered in a couple days.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I have
You
to
look-
shower almost every day because of my current job.
You look like you'd rob me of like of my horse and buggy
Oh,
in Red Dead on the side
All
of the
your
road.
jars of salt. Every jar of salt you gotta bleed your inventory dry.
Yeah, just from you just laying on the side of the road waiting.
Did you play Red Dead, Kelly?
Play what?
Red Dead Redemption?
Not really. All I have is a Nintendo Switch, so I'm still what people consider as like a console peasant.
Ah,
Do you not have a PC?
Nope, just a Nintendo Switch and a Game Boy 3DS, which I play those games while I listen to podcasts on YouTube.
Those are both great.
I do
mean,
like the Switch, honestly.
you don't need more than that. You really
Yep.
just game console. So there's gonna be enough games on it.
Are you playing? What game are you playing? Smash?
Let's see, mainly like Mario Kart, Pokemon, and Mario. Well, I play those while I listen to Part of the Problem with Dave Smith.
No, nice.
Oh, dude, Dave Smith? Isn't he's like
Libertarian,
right?
Yeah,
So
he's one of
Yep,
those
I-
people.
I also
I
got
keep-
to see him live in Austin a couple times.
yeah,
How
is
is
he
he?
good?
Yeah, he's good in person.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. I do like Dave Smith. I listen to Legion of Skanks.
Yep. Yep, he's like in the trio of like smart political camps. Like there's like three super whip smart political comedians like who each represent like different camps. Like we got Dave Smith, who's the libertarian smart comedian, Dennis Miller, who's like the Republican one, and if he was more famous, I would count Robert Burrell as the liberal one.
Hmm. I think we can still count him.
Yeah, I think Robert Burrell, good liberal Dave Smith-esque.
Yep.
Tall, handsome.
Yeah, tall, decent looking, suit, like well dressed.
Yeah, dresses very like suit casual.
Yeah.
Like a jean jacket with like something underneath it. That's also
Yeah.
nice.
And he's one of like I like Robert Burrell because he's like one of the few political comedians who can deliver like political material without sounding like an NPC.
His is
Yeah.
his is good. I like his. Usually political style comedy is not my favorite, but I think Robert does well with it.
Yeah, I find it difficult.
I
Yeah,
can't-
it's also speaking of Legion of Skanks earlier, like I also got to watch Luis Gomez. I was in the
Nice.
front row during his show and he roasted me.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, where was
What did he
that?
say?
That was at Creek in the Cave.
I cut.
What did he say?
Oh, he said I looked like a hot lesbian.
That's
Damn.
pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Lewis.
You do look like a hotter Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
She was like,
Thank you for saying I look like Ellen DeGeneres and not being like Ellen DeGeneres.
yeah, but you're better looking than Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's coming to the Parkway.
What was that?
Bucks.
I gotta get better headphones. Like I got these.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, good.
Ellen's coming to the Parkway Theater in like 2 weeks.
Oh yes. Part of her I'm leaving LA tour.
Oh, is that what she's doing right now?
Yeah, that's what she announced. Or at least I saw something on the internet a couple of days ago.
I just remember seeing her crying.
Good, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, that
remember
one
that?
photo of her crying real red.
Yeah, she's all red in the face. Ellen.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's amazing seeing like how people change over time.
Oh, crazy. I looked up Ellen's generous deepfake porn and a bunch of articles on that. Why that's illegal, Bob. That's strange. Crying. Oh yeah, this one right here. Look at him. Look at them eyes. Shit. We too loud.
Uh,
She ain't looked good.
yeah, those are some Biden convincing eyes.
Yeah. Is her show still on air?
I have no idea. Something going on in your room? You guys are looking.
No, a guy just came up, left something at our door.
Oh,
Definitely not the mailman. He's still here.
No, he left. He walked away. I saw him walk away. Should I go see what that is?
Yeah. We're gonna check. He's gonna check and see what that was.
yeah. Just hopefully it's not an intruder.
He looked like we could take him. He seemed kind of old, to be honest with you.
All right.
I don't know what he was up to though, because he wasn't the mailman.
Oh yeah, you know what else is a fun experience, Aiden?
What's that?
It's like watching the news on Minneapolis, like from the outsider's perspective of Minneapolis.
Yeah, I'm sure that must be nice to not like live in, because where Charles and I live right now is not very good.
Oh,
We live. Do you know where Seward is?
Doxing us.
sounds
yeah.
familiar, but I don't know where it is.
The Parkway Pizza guy.
This is what we got.
Oh, Parkway Pizza.
I was hoping it was a pedophile dropping off his photo at the door.
Yeah.
I haven't got one of those yet.
No, but the Citizen app, circling back to how shitty of an area we live in, the Citizen app is always popping, and it's like, hey, you got a rapist 800 feet from you right now.
Yeah.
But how much crime do you guys actually see in person?
Next to none.
Yeah, very little.
You might hear something, but
Yeah.
You hear stuff kind of often, but we follow the like the Crime Watch 3rd precinct or whatever, because we live next to the Target that got burned down.
Oh, wow. Yeah, did you see any comedians pop up in the Citizens app?
not yet.
No, but do you remember when that comedian in New York fucking stabbed the guy on the train and then disappeared? I don't know if they ever caught him.
No. That's what New York will do to you.
Yeah.
This is
That's
crazy.
what I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often with the way some comedians hate each other.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, here it is. Oh, he shot a guy.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah,
didn't you?
stand-up
Yeah,
comedian
that's more effective.
on the subway. A stand-up comedian is now wanted. Marcos Cafresi. You ever hear that name?
No, but the real question I want to know is like, how good is his tight five?
Right.
Yeah,
I
I'd
want
like
to know if
that.
they caught him.
Because if you're gonna do something that heinous, you gotta be really good.
Yeah.
For real.
I don't know if they caught him.
Oh.
Wow, he just kind of went off the map. There's no other articles that came up. Marcos Cafresi.
Well, maybe the police can lure him in by offering him like a gig and some drink tickets.
His yeah. His account. There's no account on Instagram or nothing. Have you been to Dingbats yet?
No, Oh wait, Dingbacks Chris Maddox thing on Wednesdays at CCU.
Yeah.
I did that one time last year when I came down to visit, up to visit.
What'd you think of it when you came?
It was a fun little room. They don't get the crowd like for CCU on Fridays,
That's
but
true.
I also remember like Grumpy's when Chris ran that.
I was never around during that era, but I always hear stories about how Grumpy's was.
Yep, it was like it was a super tough room, but it was like the one you would grow in.
Do you feel like you grew?
Yeah, like the whole room was. It used to be like a garage for a hearse,
Oh, interesting. The
so the
whole
whole
bar.
area was like very narrow.
Mhm.
And like no matter how full the place was, like no matter how full the room was, you would always still bomb in there.
Really?
That's crazy. Every time?
Yep. But it was sort of like a place was also packed with comics. It was like the room that would prepare you for Austin or New York.
I see. Uh, so it was kind of like Terminal. Um, when do you plan on coming down again, Kelly?
Let's see. I'll see what weekend I have off. I usually carpool with Ryan Minnendorf, so we sort
Oh,
of go back on and off.
yeah. That sounds like a fun hang.
Yeah, and I'm also I gotta get back in the habit of cold calling places to set up a possible open mic in central Minnesota.
Yeah.
I gotta
That,
kick off that rust because it's. I also did a gig last week. It was those two shows, mics I did last week, or like the showcase and mic I did last week, went pretty well. It was at Terminal for Ladies' Night and then CCU.
oh, you did the mic?
Yep, I got on.
Nice. It was good. I haven't been to that mic in quite a while. I'd like to go
Yeah.
because it can be a really good mic.
Yep, it draws in a decent crowd.
Yeah, for sure. If you're ever in a bind and you need a couch to stay on, you can crash at ours.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know I have like a good comic support both in Minneapolis and in Austin because I got offers to stay at other comics places right before I had to leave.
Yeah, man.
Whose places did you stay at?
This one comics friend, her name was Michaela.
Nice.
I got to stay at her place for a little bit, and then
Yeah. You'd have sex with her?
no.
Damn. I was
That's
on my
probably it.
mind. I don't know.
It was dude. I mean, that's good. Good on you for that, man.
Yeah, show it. Yeah, having the restraint.
Yeah. Let's see.
Did you get to like all the questions you wanted to ask us?
Let's see. I was gonna do like a bullet point of this asking like what was like working with Acme and winning that contest. But I feel like you told like your contest winning the night story so many times.
I can tell it again. I don't care. It's up to
Sure.
you, man. Uh,
I'd love to hear it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Well,
epic story of like what you did with your contest winnings when you won the Acme Funniest Person contest.
yeah, I won the contest. This is 2018. It's 20. Damn, 6, 7 years ago at this point.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I got to start reevaluating things, to be quite honest with you. But I won that contest 6, 7 years ago. After I won, I went to a hotel downtown and just smoked some weed, got a pizza, and just sat like chilled in a nice hotel that night. And then I flew to Ukraine and stopped doing comedy for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ukraine?
Yeah, so
There wasn't a good thing about that trip. There was not one good quality about that fucking trip.
Was it during war times or?
No, between me and my ex-girlfriend, yeah. We were warring. We took it overseas.
Dude, fighting overseas is crazy because it's like I can't leave this motherfucker side though.
Yeah, we can't like separate.
Yeah.
She knows the language. I don't know the language.
Oh yeah, and also like you're the last person to see her. You go on a trip
Mhm.
and your lady gets taken.
She could have killed me. We were in her country. We were on her turf. If she would have just left me, I'd have been fucked. I wouldn't know any of the language.
So you were arguing with your lady who's from Ukraine.
Yeah,
Well, visiting
for like
family?
a month
A month.
that we
This
stayed.
was
with her.
after you won the contest.
Yeah.
Did they calm me for a little bit? You're like, you guys were going to Ukraine for a month.
My lady was from Ukraine, and we flew back there and stayed with her grandma.
I can barely hear what you guys are saying, but I feel like I should probably like you guys.
Yeah, kick back.
Wait,
and
hold on.
Well, I guess we could just bring you a little closer.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get relaxed. See if I can. There we go.
Yeah, you're chilling.
There you go. Tummy out, dude.
Yeah. I feel like I'm getting on my bed. Getting... Oh, I
Yeah.
guess just give you guys show you what my room is like.
Oh yeah, what do you got going on? I see the Mike Enderly.
Yep, we got Mike Linderly's painting of Robin Williams. Remember when he gave that to me? That the Moose.
I think I do actually remember that. Yeah.
Yep, that was when I headlined there a year ago. Here's my closet.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's nearly everything I own.
Oh wow. In boxes still?
Yep.
How come?
Oh, because I'm. Well, it makes it easier when I have to move again.
You're gonna have to move again?
Well, I'm looking once I get a certain amount of money saved up and getting out.
Where are you going?
Either back to Texas or back to Minneapolis. I'm still going through like the pros and cons of each.
Dude, honestly,
What?
I'd say Minneapolis
Yeah.
is where it's going on, dude.
Just to be safe, just you got like a support system here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like we're here, you got other friends here, your family's not far away. I think that's probably the smarter move, and honestly, shit's going well in Minneapolis. I think there's a lot of good comedians here, so
get on a lot more shows.
yeah.
Yep.
A lot more that are guaranteed and you don't have to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
A lot smaller than like I feel like going to a place where there's a lot of people, a lot of times is just like you're crippling yourself.
Yeah.
To like grow.
Yeah.
Yep, but also like whichever scene I go to, I know I can add open mics to that scene by myself.
Yeah.
Like I had a good mic going up in Austin for a little bit.
Did you running one?
Yep.
Nice.
How was that?
It went pretty good for a bit. Like the people who came to it enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all you could ask.
Yeah, honestly.
Everybody who came enjoyed it. That's the whole point of stand up.
Yeah. I think, man, you should do Minneapolis if you can.
Yeah, I know. I have more friends down in Minneapolis and closer to my brothers, and they're strongly encouraging me to be back in Minneapolis.
Yeah, dude, and family. It's nice to be around family. You know? I find it like to be like close. When you're far away, it does feel a bit like more disconnected.
More disconnected, and like you feel a lot more alone. Even if you're not that close with your family, but you live nearby them, I feel like you just feel a little more comfortable. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also, like, when I was in Austin, I was more motivated to like to actually do stuff like get a podcast started, get an open mic started. Like I know
Yeah.
Austin, New York, and LA, those scenes are like the cities are like a hot plate where you always have to keep moving, and that sort of like motivates people to get more stuff done.
Yeah,
Like
that's
smaller
true.
scenes, it's the danger of like smaller scenes is like it's easy to like to keep doing like the same thing over and over again and not grow much. Like we've seen some people who just keep doing the same thing for decades and never really grow, and they
And you just like, damn, motherfucker, you get fat every time I see you.
Yep. They do the same thing over and over again. They sort of become like the creepy old guy who's hanging around the high school.
Yeah. Dude, I got a fucking story for you. So think of this string of bad luck I had one night. Have you heard of the Fulton Brewing?
Bolton and Brewing? Yep.
Minneapolis. Nikki K runs an open mic there. And I was gonna go and meet Elliot there. And there was a Twins game going on. So the parking was terrible. Elliot parks in a lot underneath the bridge, and he pays $15 to park there.
Mhm.
I found street parking, walked up the street to meet Elliot, and I'm like, God, I gotta fart, you know? So I'm walking into Fulton, and I just try and squeeze it out, and I fucking shit. You know them Grateful Dead shorts that I have?
Yep.
Yeah, the ones you gave me. I'm shitting down the back of them. It's like all down the back. We're having a bad fucking night. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, Nick, you gotta get him to delete the security footage. I don't want people to be able to see this. And he's like, I'm not in control of that. Please stop getting in my face. So we just leave. I'm like, all right, whatever. I got a shitty ass. Nick's lying to me. We get to the parking lot. Elliot's Steam Deck and AirPods are stolen out of his Volvo. He forgot to lock the door, and they rummaged through and they stole his stuff. So I have a shitty ass. Fucking Elliot's Steam Deck and AirPods are gone. And then we tracked it down to this neighborhood and sat for like an hour and a half. The cops showed up and were like, all we can really do is go and knock on the door and see if anyone's there, and then we can ask them if they have the AirPods. So they went and knocked, no one answered, and they were like, well, there's nothing we can do. So I'm sitting there for an hour and a half with a shitty ass, and fucking Elliot got a Steam Deck, AirPods stolen, cop say there's nothing we can do. Horrible day. And I know Fulton still has the fucking security footage.
They probably show it.
That's what I'm saying. They're showing it to people. It's like a very embarrassing moment in my fucking life, and they have
It was hard
security
for you
footage.
to get employment.
I'm walking around it. Well, because I felt it and I was like, no way. So I kick my foot and I see it hit the ground. I'm like, yeah, I did that.
That
I can't,
sucks.
I can't believe I fucking did that. Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
At Fulton, bro.
At Fulton Brewing, and they had the security footage, and I wanted to be deleted.
Did you do a set before that happened?
Well, I hung around and I waited. I fucking padded myself up. You know, I wiped my ass and threw my underwear away, but there was still some like on the shorts. So I did the set with my back to the wall. Like I didn't turn around at all. And that was when I pulled Nick aside and I was like, dude, you gotta get them to delete the security footage. I don't want people seeing that. And he's like, I'm not in charge of that. I'm not really in charge of that. So I got in his fucking face.
It's because it sounds like he's lying.
Because it sounds like he's lying, dude. It's like, you just want, I shit my pants and you want a video of that to show other people, and that's fucked up. So I didn't his face and I'm fucking screaming at him. And he's like, you know what, man, get the fuck out. And then fucking Elliot's Steam Deck and AirPods are stolen.
Dude, that sounds like the worst day of my life.
Yeah, it was a bad day. That was fucking like month ago, 2 months ago.
I wouldn't go to Fulton anymore. if that
No.
happened to me.
I don't want to go anymore. Nikki K is lying,
What a motherfucker.
capping.
Yeah, hope that video doesn't go viral.
Same. I don't want them to do anything with the video. That's what I'm like worried about. I don't want them to like send it around if I like fully shit my shorts at Fulton Brewing. But that was probably the most eventful thing that happened to me in the last month, honestly. Funny story though, in retrospect.
Yep. And do you have any like I know you get around a lot on the road. Have you ever had any wild stories on like doing a road gig? Like,
I'm trying to think of the craziest road story.
or you know what? I also remember you were down in Austin. You said you did the Pervert show at Creeks in the Cave.
I did, yeah, I did
Yeah,
do that show.
What was their wild sex act at that night?
The host got tattooed on their ass while someone else fucked them with a strap on. Yeah, I didn't expect that. When I got down there, you said that show was crazy, and everybody said that. And I didn't really expect to see that ever in my life, but I did.
Yeah, I should explain to the people listening what that show is like. There's a showcase in Austin, Texas at Creek in the Cave called the Pervert Showcase. It's just like a standard showcase with comics on it, but in the middle of the show, they have like a weird sex act in the middle of it. It's usually like somebody getting like whipped by a dominatrix, and I was there went to one of their nights, and here's a sex act that I saw that night. It was like an anal bead tug of war.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Where, like, 2 dudes, 2 women, like who?
It was one stripper and one transvestite.
Wow. Is that?
Yep, I got to see my first trans dick that night.
Yeah. Is that the proper term? Not that I really care, but transvestite seems a little antiquated.
All right. Oh yeah, is that like the outdated term? Like,
I think so, but I'm not entirely sure. I just haven't heard anyone use that one in a while.
like trans dick?
Transvestite.
Oh. I think that's a cool term. They used it in Rocky Horror.
Oh, that. Have you watched that movie?
Yep, I watched it when I was in college.
Is it good? I've never seen it. I just know it has like a big cult following.
Yeah, it's people watch it when they get super drunk, and Todd Skoda talks about it, like they watch it at like a local theater and people get rowdy and they heckle through it.
Oh, they heckle the movie?
Yep. There's like a whole subculture. There's people just heckling the movie and like throwing bottles at the screen.
Really?
What movie was it?
Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Show. I got a question for you, Kelly. What's your feeling about a comic that posts their dates?
Their dates?
Yeah, like they're coming up dates and it's just fucking showcases and open mics. How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess kind of gets overdone today. And it also, are you showing it to people who actually might go to the show? Like, I know I've seen some comments post like, "Hey, I'm going to be all the way out here in like middle of Nebraska where no one can see it."
Hey, watch the fucking mouth.
Are you doing shows in Nebraska?
Yeah, one of our 50 states.
Got my ass.
But yeah, it's kind of weird, like watching like stand-up comedians become like a consumer base.
Yeah.
You gotta make money somehow.
Yeah. Honestly, that seems to be the only way to commercialize. I'm really worried that if anything like if my career trajectory somehow started to trail upwards, I would be really concerned. That would probably out me in my hobby of just going out in my backyard and fucking aiming laser pointers at airplanes. I feel like that would really put a face to the name on who's doing that.
Yeah.
Going out there with an extended beam high vis laser pointer and pointing it at planes as they go around the sky.
Yeah, you could probably capitalize on that.
I hope. I just don't want to stop doing it.
Do you think you could fucking like, you figure out like someone's flights who you don't like?
Have you ever done that, Kelly?
No, I haven't, but it's like so weird that a laser pointer could take down a plane.
I've always thought that. That's why it seems like the goofiest crime to me.
I feel like when people say that publicly, it feels like you're just edging on like the kids saying like, "Oh, that's not true. I'll try it out." And
yeah, but apparently you'll go to federal prison, and I really don't want that to happen to me.
how are they gonna find you?
I hope they don't. I hope this isn't like what they use to fucking take me down.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's pretty easy to find a person trying. If I was a pilot, then you didn't get me to fall down.
Mm-hmm. If I shine you in the eyes while you're fucking 30,000 feet in the sky, you go, that's 2113 25th Avenue South.
Oh, don't say my address.
Yeah. But then again, I think maybe we're like in an age where crime can be it's more easy than people can think. Like we almost lost the president to a guy who got on a rooftop.
That's true. What do you think about that, dude?
Well, I think as people are just gonna think like, oh, well, we're seeing like the conspiracies throw in. It's just, I think it's just like a classic case of government incompetence, where one strange lone nut got lucky.
You think that is just outright cut and dry? That's the case?
I think that's like the most rational explanation.
Definitely, that is the most rational explanation.
Because people say like, oh, this was like a government plan. Like, I know how government plans work. They rarely go well. Like, even when I planned this podcast, it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Hillary Clinton, fucking A, you could get someone. If I were 5 minutes late to her podcast, I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
Oh, careful. We don't want to talk about Hillary Clinton. We might go away.
Yeah, man. This has been I've been having a good time on here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. I think we're way past like the hour mark. It was
okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is not a fun little episode where I got to talk to you guys while you were stoned as fuck.
Yeah. Hopefully that didn't throw off the pod for you, but I had fun, man.
Yep, and it was nice having Trey Charles as a surprise guest.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having me, man. This was great.
Yeah, but I think I couldn't be ruined just tell you to go away.
Thank you.
No, I think
I would have kicked him out of my house.
Oh, this is your house?
My half of the townhouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you need you want his address again?
All right, I'll put that in text. I'll also put that on Grinder.
There you go.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, let me know the next time you're in the cities, Kelly. I gotta be out of town the next few weeks, but whenever you're in town, just hit me up, and if I'm in town, I want to link up with you. I'll go to the joint.
And also look up any upcoming Twins game coming up. I gotta get on that group. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
to go to a Twins game.
Yeah, I should invite Trey on that.
Before the summer ends. When you free, Kelly?
What was that?
You free?
All right.
Well, when are you free to watch your Twins?
My work schedule is I usually have Saturdays and Sundays off because I work like the entire week. Right now, I'm in sort of like what I call comedy exile. Just go to work, focus on writing, get myself polished up and cleaned up, and get ready to jump back into it.
Yeah, you're back at the mountain right now. You're training with Rajagul.
Yeah, it's Right now, it's a good time to be in comedy exile during the age of like the Trump shooting and the Haktua girl.
Yeah. You're gonna come back from Little Falls going, I really like a comedy.
Yeah, dude. Can't have that happening.
You're gonna be a man. Being autistic in Texas.
I gotta do some better jokes on the autism ones. Like, there's so many autistic comics these days coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're capping.
Dude, I think they're all capping. Except
They're all
you.
capping.
Except you, man. I believe you, but everybody else I think is lying about it.
Yeah, I know. Like there was this one guy down in Austin saying, like, "Damn, you really are autistic."
Whoa.
Oh,
Fucking
that is
dickhead.
crazy. That's a crazy thing.
Dickhead.
That has-
All right. Well, let's see. I'll try to get this episode as soon as possible, but I procrastinated. Still got another one that I got to put out.
Take
You're
your
all
time.
good, man.
Take
Do
your
you guys have
time.
anything coming up you like want to plug to the 50 people who listen to this?
Honestly, just Minneapolis comedy is where it's at. Dude.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I got High Flora August 31st. Lily Meyer headlining.
Nice.
Anybody listening to this? August 31st, Uptown Minneapolis.
Um,
Lily Meyer headlining High Flora.
I guess
right.
in
Well, this has been a good episode. I'm gonna have to bleep out a couple of names for legal reasons.
oh,
But it's been a
yeah.
fun one. Thanks for doing this, Aidan, and thanks for coming along, Charles.
Okay.
Well, hey Kelly, if you're gonna go in here and do some bleeping, can you bleep the address of my home?
Yeah, no, I'm putting that straight on Grinder.
Okay, well, can you put it on Grinder, but also that's the only way I want people to come to my house is through Grinder.
Yep.
I don't want all right.
All right.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks
This
for
was
having
great.
us, Kelly.
I had a really fun time.
Yeah, this was a fun time.
This was a very fun time.
Hopefully, I'll see you at Jameson's, maybe.
Yep.
Come to Camp-
Jameson, CCU, or at the joint bar in the next couple months.
Camp bar tonight.
Joint Burger's great.
That's
Joe Attic does a really good job.
all right. And now I found the stop record button, and we will stop in 3, 2, 1. Burger out.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
I missed it.
Okay.